So the talent program forms a part of the HUBquitous project, and the talent program specifically is aimed at providing training to beginners and experts in the field of IoT. Basically, it's to help them identify problems in their neighborhood and to develop solutions to solve those problems using IoT.
Numbers which are like 3.7, 3.8, those are decimals. Those ones, the data type, you write float.
The talent program is running for 3 months, and it started with the trainer sessions where the trainers were taken through IoT, ML, and AI to teach participants of the talent program. So right now, we are in the bootcamp phase. So we organized a 3-day bootcamp where we are teaching participants IoT so that they can come up with IoT solutions by Africans for Africans and to solve African problems. At the end of the bootcamp, they would go through the learning phase where they will be building their own IoT solution, and that would last for 2 months.
The bootcamp served as the opener for the talent program, and was basically to expose the participants to the potential of IoT and how to go through the design thinking process in order to identify problems and to properly, systematically identify a solution to solve those specific problems.
It was nice to see that they were ready to learn and they were easy to cooperate with. Most of the participants even took it to another level by going on stage to present their solutions.
So I would say participation was very good. I, in particular, was very impressed with the way the participants asked questions and their level of eagerness. So you could see they are very eager to get up and running with the talent program and to start working on the solutions and the ideas that they have identified.
On day 1, we first started with the design thinking technique, right? And in the design thinking technique, we actually focused on the stages, which is empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So we made the participants understand why they need a design thinking technique for IoT, right? And after that, we went through the introduction to IoT and basic electronics. For day 2, we looked through the WASI gate and how to use the WASI gate to send data to the cloud, right? And after that, we continued with our examples, which is using the DHT sensor. I still went on to give them case studies for them to think about, right? So for day 3, we went through the case studies, 4 different case studies, and I shared them to each group for them to kind of like think of the solutions and come up with components they are going to use and push it to the cloud, right? So it was designed in a way where we actually needed input from the participants, right? So anytime I ask a question, if I'm not even getting a response from them, I call out some of their names, and at each point in time, I ask them if they understand what is going on, give room for questions and everything. So it made it very interactive. The idea was to make them very conversant with the sensors and the WASI dev technologies, right? So for the way forward, now we would actually be teaching them specifically to the projects they want to build.